Hey, welcome back. Part 2. Week after the World Series, week before the awards get announced, but the nominees and actually the top 3 vote getters.
What are you saying? I can't hear you with this thing going on. What?
We got construction going on
all around us.
But
Holy
hey,
moly!
Every day.
We talked about the Cy Young going to the best pitcher.
Right.
Eddie says to the best starting pitcher, unless someone saves 60 and whatever. The Cy Young is given, if you look at it, the best pitcher of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Where I have kind of changed my opinion, which is how I started.
Right.
The previous one is the MVP.
Okay.
I have always said the pitchers have their awards.
Mm-hmm.
The MVP is for a batter.
Yeah.
Right.
And I have always, when Vida Blue wins MVP and Kershaw wins MVP and
Verlander.
Cy Young, and it happens, they get their own. Okay, for about the past 10 years now, there's a Hank Aaron Award. What's the Hank Aaron Award for?
Best hitter?
The best
best
hitter in
hitter, that's what I
baseball.
thought. Okay, good.
Does it have the publicity of the others?
No.
But
it's given out during the World Series.
But it's getting there.
Well, it's given out during the World Series.
That's why they should wait. Okay.
Well, when
and
they
say
should wait,
this
they
is
should give
the
it away in
best.
the middle.
This is the best hitter. Okay. This is the best pitcher.
Okay.
And the MVP is who is most important to your team.
Most important to your team or best player in the league overall?
Best player in the league overall and whatever. And if that player, you sit there and you say that is the MVP and he's a pitcher and he had this year there was none. So I don't want you to, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I now feel, okay? And the reason this came up is because of the MVP vote.
Okay.
You mean the MVP that's not the MVP in the American League?
Well, there is
absolute the absolute
Criminal.
travesty.
Criminal.
Okay, to me, this year's all the awards meaningless. Absolutely meaningless because the guys don't know what they're doing.
And here's why. And I'll tell you because we're on the same
JD
thing.
Martinez isn't in the final 3, then you got something wrong.
There's 2 things that misconceptions, and we're here to educate as well as to bring you brilliant ideas and thoughts about the game. But one of the things we want to educate you on is, well, you know what? The reason they did it was now the vote won't be split between Mookie Betts and JD.
There's two Yankees and a rookie.
Right. Well, bottom line is the vote isn't going to be divided because those aren't the 3 people the people are voting on. They were voting on everyone in the league. All that was released earlier this week was the top 3 vote getters. Okay? And what you don't see is who number 4 was. Okay? But number 4 already split votes with Mookie Betts. Okay? So all this, he wasn't picked to be one of the 3 finalists. These are not finalists. These are the top 3 vote getters. And that's what was announced. The top,
I don't care
and people
how
don't
you
know
do it. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you do it. If JD Martinez isn't in the top 3 or the final 3, or if he's not the top 2 on the ballot, the baseball writers are idiots. They got it wrong. They're not watching
now,
the game.
Here's the argument, and then we'll go to you, and we'll go back to what I said about the Cy Young and the Hank Aaron, and when you give out a Gold Glove, you don't sit there and say, well, the dude's a terrible batter.
Right.
When you give out a Silver Slugger, well, he's a DH. Okay? But for some reason, when you go to give out an MVP, you say, well, he's a pitcher. Or you say, well, he's a DH and he's only batting 4 times a game. And that right now, from what I've been reading, is the rap on JD. And Jose Ramirez plays a great field and does this and does that.
Come on.
While JD Martinez is a DH. So he's only playing 5% of the game while the other dude is out there for 95% of the game.
And for 85 of that 95%, he's standing around doing nothing.
That's the scoop, and that's what they say. And that's why JD Martinez, who DH'd 114 times.
No, I'm saying when you're whatever position you're playing, unless you're squatting down, unless you're catching.
But the bottom,
how many attempts do you get per game?
No, I totally agree. And
First baseman handles a bunch because they have a bunch of assists, a bunch of putouts rather.
Yep.
They get a bunch of putouts because the ball comes to them.
Correct.
But if you're not playing first base and you're not playing catcher, you maybe get 3 balls hit to you in the entire game.
And even if you are, if Ozzie Smith was great. You know how many outfield assists he had in his career?
Ozzie?
Ozzie.
Probably none.
0?
None.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he played infield.
Because he played infield. His job was to be a shortstop. JD's job is to be the DH on that team.
Right.
A starting pitcher's job is to be the starting pitcher. And that's the bottom line right now, that people are sitting there looking at him, well, he didn't play the field.
Well, that's not his
That's not his job.
Right.
He had a job, and he did it
better than anybody else.
better than anybody else.
Like Ali.
Almost won the Triple Crown.
And
Right.
my you know.
But it limited the votes. But what I don't want you to think is...
Come on.
No, it did. That's what affected it. Oh, without a doubt, that's what affected it. People didn't vote for him because he was just the DH. People didn't vote for Clayton Kershaw 3 years ago just because he's a starting pitcher. The MVP is the MVP, and the position you play is...
It's the MVP
should
of
be-
the American League. That's the American League. So what's the
You
difference?
should be-
What's the difference in the American League between playing first base, shortstop, or DH? In the American League, what's the
Well-
difference? What's the difference?
You're playing the field.
No, there is no difference.
You're playing the field.
No,
Oh,
there is no difference because you know what? The DH can't play the field.
Correct.
So you have 10 roster spots.
But that's
in the American
what it is.
League.
But see, on the same argument, with the exception of you're in the lineup every game, okay? Where a starting pitcher is only in the lineup every 5 games. But the starting pitcher is playing 9 innings while the other
No.
dude is only playing
4.5.
Well,
5.
but my point is that for the same reason that pitchers, and this is what got my whole thinking, for the same reason, if a pitcher is dominant, he can win the MVP, is the same reason that if a DH is dominant, he can win the
That's an
MVP.
interesting point.
And that right
Okay.
now is the argument against JD Ramirez, and I think that is bootleg.
Martinez.
I don't think
JD Martinez.
I don't think that's yeah. I mean, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, if he didn't get the top 3 votes, if he's not in the top 3 voters, what in the world were the writers watching all year long?
And I have another question, and this, it's, what are the writers thinking about? It's easy to put Mike Trout there every time.
See,
I
everyone's
disagree with that, too. I like Mike Trout, too. I like him a
everyone's
lot.
comparing, and you have a great point. Everyone's comparing the Jose versus JD stats. Mike Trout was nothing. I mean, that's the guy that I think. But what winds up happening is, I think Mookie and the DH cost JD Ramirez.
Martinez.
JD Martinez,
Martinez,
Jose
okay,
Ramirez.
sorry.
I
keep
could
getting-
say,
Cuban,
okay,
sorry.
either
You're Cuban,
Mookie.
it's-
I mean, I could understand Mookie
You're
winning.
Cuban. All those names are the same.
Yeah,
And one of them's actually my
Yeah, he can say
grandfather's
that.
I'm not even-
maiden, or my grandmother's maiden name. That's how bad.
yeah, you could say that. We couldn't say that. I can see where Mookie could win, and I'm okay with that. But how can you, as a baseball writer, not look and go, okay, the top three guys this year were, and if you don't have Martinez in the top 2 or 3 of those,
I'm
three,
with you 100%. I'm on your side 100%.
how did you vote? I mean, even if the vote getters, right? All right, you understand?
This is good. This is good stuff.
I'm
Because
a guy-
It's
I'm a-
very opinionated.
I'm the guy who's got the ballot in front of me, and I'm looking at that. And you mean to tell me that enough guys thought that Martinez wasn't in the top 3 for him not to be in the top? I could see him being
See,
third.
It's
You,
insane.
you want to know, and I'm going against what I'm saying, and that's the same argument that a lot of people are having with if Jake DeGrom isn't in the top 3, then people must not. When you compare his ERA and his this,
He can
and
be
the
top
bottom is
3.
you can be, but you shouldn't win.
He shouldn't win it.
And we're not saying that
Martinez should have won.
should have won.
I'm not saying that.
but
I
he
think Mookie Betts should have won.
But
I think he's an overall
the
better
point
person.
is, the Boston guy writer who votes might have put 1, 2. Everyone else sit there and said, "I'm choosing between Mookie Betts and whatever," and the other guy's going to wind up number 3 or 4 because the Indians got in the playoffs because of him. Okay, and Mike Trout is Mike Trout.
Right.
Bottom line is that's the only reason
Yeah.
Mike Trout is in there.
Right.
So
Again,
all of a sudden
here's
you went-
another one. Okay, how can you be the league MVP on a team that doesn't make the playoffs?
Right.
I agree 100%.
It happened. It
You
happened.
could be the MVP of your team.
Yeah.
Mike Trout's definitely the MVP of the Angels,
You know what'll be interesting, and going back to this, okay, and
but he's not the MVP of the league.
we'll know this a week from now, okay?
Right.
It would not shock me, okay, if JD got the second highest number of first place votes. Can you imagine that? And not make
No
the top
way.
4.
He'd have to make the top 3 at that
It's
point.
2019, 18, 17. There's only between being first and fourth, it's a loss of 3 points. All of a sudden, you're first. It happens in the Heisman every now and then, where all of a sudden you have all these first place votes, but people either voted for you first or they voted for you fourth or fifth. While Jose might be second, third.
Yeah.
Watch how many first place votes he gets. It'll be interesting. He'll have more than Trout, and he'll have some first place votes.
We've got about 4 minutes to go. Predict the winners. Who do you see in the NLL?
I see DeGrom.
I think DeGrom's going to get it. I don't agree with it, but I think he's going to get it.
I will not say DeGrom on the principle of it.
General principle.
The general principle, and if he wins, I would like for everyone to do a recount.
Who do you have, Scherzer?
Scherzer.
Or Nola?
Scherzer, yeah.
But
I like
Scherzer and Nola,
do.
Scherzer and Nola split that
Yeah.
starter vote, and DeGrom kind of just snuck in with all these new purist statisticians, not purists,
Not
Analytics.
Unpurists.
Yeah.
Analytical guys. Yeah.
The analytics all went to DeGrom,
I'm
and then
saying
the
no.
real baseball people split the vote between Scherzer
Yeah,
and
I would
Nola.
go with Scherzer on that team, but Nola, I could see Nola if Nola won. I think he's
Go with your
efficient.
Brave, even
For
though
rookie.
if postseason was included, you got to go with the Dodgers.
All right, so
starter.
if postseason's not included, then let's give the awards out during the World Series.
Acuna
Right.
Jr.
Totally agree,
Right.
but
Acuna.
Acuna will win it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then most valuable player. Thank you, Miami, for Christian Yelich. 'Cause
Yelich. Oh,
Yelich
no
is a
doubt.
runner, right?
Yeah, I think
And
he's
manager of the year with the same team.
not so fast, my friend.
I don't know.
I got 2 Braves to the left of me. Braves to the
Yeah,
right. Here
I
I
mean-
am stuck. in
No, I don't
middle
think the
with
Braves
you.
manager should win.
Snedeker was good.
He was good, but I don't think he should win. But
Then and you're not going Counts then.
I would go Council. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll
So
give
we
it
go Yelich and Council.
Yep.
Okay.
But I
And then
can
on
see
the
it
other
not
side, because I got one more thing for the last minute, which will be interesting.
Okay, most valuable player in the American League, Betts. We already said that.
Yeah, Mookie.
Betts.
Cy
Okay.
Young Award. Who do you like?
You gotta go Snell. I said
I
Snell a
Snell,
month
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I'm still with Snell.
I think he will win it.
Yeah.
I think he was the best
Rookie of
pitcher.
the year. I'm going to go with Torres from the Yankees.
That's who.
He's gonna
Yep.
get
I'm with you. And manager?
it. Cora. Cora took him first year. Took
See,
him
Cora's interesting. The A's are interesting.
I'll go with the A's. I'll go with the
And-
A's manager.
You know,
But
but
nobody saw that coming.
okay. Here you go.
Or the Braves.
Compare college teams.
Okay.
And you look at the draft, and we were talking about, and now you got your major D1 players making it.
Mhm.
You got high school guys are always getting drafted, and we actually talked about it. The number of draftees coming out of community colleges and junior colleges, and Santa Fe's been there in the top. And Santa Fe, for all you out of towners, local college right across town from the University of Florida as well. They've been number 1 ranked over the last 3 years sometime during each of those seasons. They've finished in the national championship, top 5 or 6 junior colleges in the country and everything like that. Great program. Johnny Wiggs, former Florida pitcher and Florida pitching coach, been the head coach there for a number of years. Malik Smith, all these people. I mean, right now I think they had 5 guys in the big leagues this year and everything like that. Florida was supposed to play JU last weekend in their second and final scrimmage that they allowed to play and everything, and it got rained out. So now they have rescheduled just so they can give someone tomorrow, Friday afternoon, 3:30. They're playing 2 6-inning scrimmages against Santa Fe. Something that Sully never likes to do because it's the reputation of the Gators playing at junior college and everything. Are these 2 teams comparable? And you look at the prospects and everything.
No, they are not comparable, and I'll give you the reason why. The depth is the difference.
Okay.
That's good.
I agree. Here's my closing thought, and I just want to tell
They
you.
may play. They may
I
play
think-
even tomorrow, but that doesn't mean they're the same teams.
And real quick,
No, hey,
Alex Smith.
no, listen. The Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays think they're comparable
Yep.
because they're willing to trade a Santa Fe Saint for a Florida Gator.
Florida Gator.
And it's going to go down right now. You see that news?
No.
Mike Zunino headed to Tampa Bay. Malik Smith going out west of Seattle. Straight up trade.
Straight up trade.
And that's fine, but that's one player.
I know, but
That's one
hey,
player.
SFC.
We're here just giving little facts and little tidbits. I think Santa Fe, Florida Gators. A Saint is being traded for a Gator today.
Well, that's fine, but
And big name Saint and
how
Gator.
many Saints are in the system and how many Gators are in the system?
I don't have that information.
I guarantee there's more Gators in the system.
One of those Gators in the system for the Royals' #1 draft pick this year. Brady Sutton throwing out
Brady Singer.
Brady Singer, Brady Sutton. Who's Brady Sutton?
Who's Brady Singer?
Brady Singer, Mr. Two Bits this week. Florida Gators versus South Carolina, and he will be Two Bits, national champion, and Hauser Player of the Year.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting.
It'll be fun.
I don't think Santa Fe has any of those.
No, but they have good players. They do have good players, no doubt.
It's fun. No,
It'll be
but
fun to watch it tomorrow.
and we jumped in late there, and we didn't get to analyze the trade. But I think it's Zanino needs a new start.
Yeah, we got to.
And Malik Smith's a stud.
We have to go and talk about next week, but this week, a very special thing happening is today's Bob's birthday. So happy birthday, Bob!
Happy birthday,
Thank you
Bob!
very much.
Happy birthday! Y'all say happy birthday to Bob. We'll see you guys. Have a great week.
Take care.
Thanks.